What's up, everybody? Yo, David, what's up? Thank you for the 8 months, my friend. I cannot believe I've been streaming on Twitch for 8 fucking months. What the hell? Yo, Hammy, what's up? Yes, the Stranger Things trailer kind of popping off. I'm very excited for it. There we go. And tweets sent. All right, yeah. So, Destiny Rising, the second season is finally coming, so that's cool. They fixed a bunch of stuff in the game today. A lot of things people found very annoying. Yo, N1, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate you. But yeah, we got some Destiny Rising content today. So Maru is finally coming to the game. Maru is going to be the new tier 5 character. So likely they'll bring a tier 4 character with her. Could be that Jaren Ward that everyone is interested in. Jaren Ward, is that right? We're going to get some new endgame activities. So that's kind of cool. And then, the Festival of the Lost launched today, which I have no idea what this is about. Clear Haunted Singularity. Oh, really? The Festival of the Lost is a time to remember that is no longer with us, to recall our times of triumphs and never celebrate that. Okay. So can I say that there's a game that I didn't enjoy and I agree with you that I won't say for NDA stuff? You're risking it, but you know what? We're fucking there. And they fixed the Triumph to be retroactive. So I now have gilded this seasonal title. Let's fucking go. Do you watch baseball? No. I'm pretty much a hockey guy exclusively. I watch football when the Bills are good. I think I missed my MCTT. I don't know what that means. Oh, yes, I do. Yes. Yes, me as well, my friend. I really wanted to quote tweet the marathon account was like, thank you for playing our closed technical test. And I wanted to just quote tweet, wait, there's a technical test? What hockey team do you support? I'm a Buffalo Sabres fan. Man, I can't wait for Marathon. I wish I could talk about it. It is one thing that I think is, and once again, no one respond to this. One thing that is very nice for me to see is that the overall vibes seem to be very, very positive. And this is the first time that I have seen people try to say shit about Marathon and then people like actively push back against it and be like, no, either you're a liar or you have no idea what you're talking about or something like that. Obviously those people are they're playing dangerous games with the NDAs, but it is nice to see that there is some enjoyment there. Yo, Book, what's up? So I think that's it's been really, because I'm in all the leak, like I the Reddits and the Twitter accounts. Like for Marathon I follow them because I'm actually really, for Destiny I don't want to know any of that shit. For Marathon I already know it, and I'm like super curious what actually leaks and what doesn't, and like how people are talking about things. And this is definitely the most positive I have ever seen stuff around the game, which is very exciting for me. I wish I would have been in that playtest though, that alleged playtest. That would have been really nice. All I'm gonna say is I love Copperhead Snake's completely unrelated fact that gets me. That's so funny. Yeah, I guess if we're sharing unrelated facts about ourselves, this weekend I was watching a lot of volleyball, and I was like, wow, this is actually a really good sport. The only place I've seen negative sentiment is under Grifter tweets. Fuck me, I can't talk today. Yeah, and it's like, it's been really interesting to see. Like, there's the one tweet that kinda, I wouldn't say went viral, but was gaining some traction. That was like, and once again, everyone hated the playtest. And then, like, all of the replies to that tweet are like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Which is just wild to see. Because even when, like, right after the alpha, no one would have been defending or contradicting that tweet, and I think that is incredible that the sentiment has even shifted that much. Allegedly. I just want more candy. You say it's dangerous to talk about the game I've been watching all day? Are you talking about Arc Raiders? What's the vibes there? How does it seem like that game is meeting expectations? I am also really curious with Arc Raiders, because they have also kind of like the dystopian, post-apocalyptic type vibe going on, from what I understand, from what I've seen. And it's like, are there gonna be, that's also like the perfect playground, kind of like Marathon, to put like puzzles and secrets and community event type stuff. And it's like, does it seem like they're gonna play into that sort of thing at all? Drone at max power. Engage it. Mac didn't like it, the fact it doesn't have a forced wipe his ass. Oh, they aren't doing wipes? Oh, that's really interesting. I was not aware about that. Hypothetically, would it be against NDA to say that every person that somebody queued with had nothing but positive comments? I don't know what I'm fucking
Stay focused.
The open feedback underneath the tweet that announced the playtest ended is mysterious. What do you mean? Actually, wait, I really want to check the responses to that tweet. After this, I want to check, because I'm actually now really curious. I've seen some quote tweets of it and stuff, but I haven't actually delved down into the comment section of that tweet, so. Yeah, the wipes are optional. That's crazy. Yeah, they mentioned secrets and world building for Arc Raiders. I actually think that's a really good thing. Like, I think Arc Raiders could do a really good job at pushing Bungie to get the most out of Marathon. And the more good games, the better for everyone, right? And so if Arc Raiders does a really good job with like Fortnite style events or Call of Duty style secrets or whatever, however you want to say it, that's good, because I think that pushes Bungie to push even harder on their end, which is, and vice versa, right? Like, then it's like an infinite feedback loop, which is definitely what we need to see. I'm a pretty firm believer that things end up dying out, like Call of Duty. I think we're in the situation that Call of Duty Zombies is it, like, that those games are in, because of the fact that they were the only game doing that sort of shit for 2 decades, a decade and a half. And they just, like, you know, they didn't really innovate in an interesting way. And in fact, it got kind of like not interesting at all. They kind of walked it back. Some people were openly providing feedback that broke NDA under the tweet. Dude. Honestly, Arc Raiders and Marathon can coexist very well. They play very differently. Yeah, I think that is sorry, I want more candy. That's I think a healthy way to look at it, right? Like there are very few genres on Earth. I would argue there's probably no genre on Earth or in the video game space where there's only one giant, right? Like while Call of Duty has been the dominant force forever, it was Call of Duty and Halo and Battlefield. And, you know, there's been ebbs and flows of all of that. And there's always, like, a big one, but it's never the only one. Same thing with Battle Royales, right? Like, you had PUBG and Apex and Fortnite, and then you had all the bunch of smaller ones. Like, that's just how this stuff goes. They can very much coexist, but if Arc Raiders doesn't lock the fuck in, it will only be Marathon because the no force swipes will kill Arc Raiders. It will be optional, will only cause issues. What does an optional wipe mean? Like if I have loot and it's like, do you want to get rid of your loot? Everyone else isn't getting rid of their loot. Why would I get rid of my loot? Why is Marathon even NDA in the first place? Look at the feedback the alpha got. It is an unfinished version of the game. They are not ready for... They want very targeted feedback from very targeted groups of people. It's not ready for mass appeal. The humans have a really bad...
Let's start the party.
Humans have a really bad tendency of, like, negative name association. We Pavlov ourselves in a bad way all the time. And so if people see an early version of Marathon, and this happened with the alpha, and this was very eye-opening for me personally, and clearly it was for Bungie too. But if you see a version of Marathon that looks bad, even with the understanding, or if it's like publicly said that it's not done yet, people clearly have a bad time looking at a product and being like, oh yeah, I see the vision. All they say is, oh, this looks bad. Well, yeah, it's like fucking, at the time, it was almost a year from being done, you know? So it's just like, the NDA is there so they can get targeted feedback from specific groups of people without giving more negative name association to a game that's not done. Yeah, you're part of the targeted group, that's right. Cosmetics and exclusive rewards for wiping. Don't let Paul Tassi hear you say that. But like, I think it's even weirder. Like people are acting like that's a weird thing for Marathon to do. And maybe it's just people think it's weird because this is a more public version of this. Like every game ever is focus grouped and play tested under NDA. You know, they're just doing it on a very large scale because they want to get it right. Like, they truly want to make a game that, with the feedback from, you know, as many different diverse groups of people as possible. So Bungie is taking, like, a fairly, I guess, public and unique approach to this. But it is far from abnormal. This is so easy, I've been forgetting to use all my abilities. I thought they want to make a terrible game that fails. Yeah.
Embarrassing. Time to move out.
Time to move out, brother. Is that it? Bro, look at the lollipops. If you think about it, they kind of made Haunted Forest. That's sort of what this is. All right, I want to check this tweet. Are people still breaking NDA under it? Wait, if I watch someone else break NDA, is that me breaking NDA? All right. Close technical test is now over. I just want to get the vibes from this, okay? My birthday's Friday. Can you send me one of those cool dad hats? Traxxas on top. That's kind of based. Although, Mida on top. Well, Mida on top. Okay. Oh, that's feedback. I feel like even something like this 2 weeks ago would have gotten hundreds of likes. Like, this is actually kind of... I don't know, this might be copium, but it kind of seems like it kind of seems like stuff is swinging the other direction. This is underneath a marathon account tweet, though. Right? So that is something to keep in mind. And actually, well, it's got pretty good reach. It's hard because it's like, if you weren't in the closed technical test, are you going to interact with this tweet at all, other than to troll it? But, fuck you, Sec. Yeah, true. But, this is like... once again, it is it might be copium, and I want to be careful because I don't want to get like my hopes up. But this is like definitely the first time where I have been like, oh, the vibes are they're kind of there, which is exciting. That's good. And it's been interesting because, like, I don't want Arc Raiders, like, unlike the marathon haters, right? Like, I don't want Arc Raiders to do poorly. Like, I want, if you enjoy I hope it finds an audience. I hope people enjoy it. Do I just do this over and over again, or what the fuck is happening here? I've already completed that. Okay. I want it to do well. I hope it finds an audience, and I think it's good for Marathon if Arc Raiders does well, and vice versa. Like, competition is only a good thing. And it's something to be excited about. But it has been very interesting. Like, there was a time, like, even, it's so weird how quickly this changed, because I feel like 3 weeks ago, people were, like, endlessly excited for Arc Raiders, and then the server slam happened, and I started to see, like, the first glimpses of negativity for that game. Or, like, maybe not even negativity, but, like, not relentless positivity. And, yeah, I just feel like it's been kind of interesting, not necessarily seeing the narrative flip, but then seeing the narrative even out a little bit more. Very interesting. Yo, Theo, what's up? Everyone was excited about Arc Raiders until they played it. I don't know, man. Like I said, I want people to enjoy it. Just, I don't think you can say, for me, I don't think you can say a sentence that turns me off of, like, literally anything faster than, oh, it's a third-person game built on Unreal Engine. It's like, oh my god. Are you serious? Twitch directory says otherwise right now. I am curious, does it look like they're doing sponsorship deals? Like, is, like, Shroud playing it or something? I really want to see how effective, because I'm of the belief that those campaigns almost certainly do not work anywhere near as well as people think, right? Like, any sort of streamer push for a game, or like momentum for a game, I am 100% of the belief that has to be a very natural, like, organic thing that happens. And I think a lot of games think they can just pay streamers to play their shitty game, and then, like, people will get excited about it. And I don't know, I just think that's very not true. I mean, you could say that for Destiny Rising too, right? Like, not that I think this is a bad game, but there was definitely like a pretty big streamer push behind this game. And look, it's doing fine, probably, but there's not like a huge push behind it. And they literally paid like all the big Destiny streamers to play it, you know? It's just like, I don't know. You see it with all sorts of games. Like, the games that take off are ones that capture that attention organically. Oh, I keep fucking hitting that like I'm on a Stella, dude.
The Nine's patience is finite.
Hostiles are incapable of further hostilities.
Yeah. I think in this day and age, paying streamers can be good because it can get people on the fence to buy the game, but they'll move on within a week or two. Oh, you think it's good for like short term? Maybe. I would be very interested to see like market research on that investment.
It's too quiet.
Dude, some of the like, it's crazy how big some of those deals are, dude. I've seen some numbers thrown around for like payday.
This only ends one
God,
way.
I got into the wrong business.
Seize the moment before it becomes dark.
The last post about Destiny Rising in the Gacha subreddit was a year ago. Wait, really?
Time to move out.
The roadmap was supposed to be about the lead up to Renegades, but now it's past that. Do you think we're gonna get another Frontiers type blog? Dog, I'm gonna be straight motherfucking up, like straight up with you guys. I don't know if this roadmap's fucking coming, okay? I don't know what happened there. The only thing I can think of is that, like, if there's still a roadmap coming, something's changing. Like, something drastic is changing, is all I can think of. It's just like, there's no way it's gonna take them fucking 2 months to put out a roadmap that's like, this is when Festival of the Lost is. This is when the next dungeon is. You know, this is when we're gonna start talking about the next DLC. There's no fucking way.
Start the party.
There's literally no way. The roadmap is Bungie's Epstein list. That is a fucking insane sentence, bro. It's just crazy, because it's like, I don't know, because if it was just something simple, they would have just put it out to shut people up. The fact they promised it multiple times, and DMG reaffirmed it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? I can't believe they invested anything substantial in the Payday 3 marketing. Dog. What I've heard, some of those bigger streamers got paid to play that game for like a day, bro. Almost as much as I make in a year, okay? For not this, for my chemist job. Show the roadmap list.
No one can prepare for
Maybe they're
this.
having a roadmap when they talk more about Renegades? Like, maybe, but why not? Why promise it so far? Like, literally the original quote was in the coming weeks.
The Nine's patience
Hostiles
is finite.
capable of further hostilities.
It has to be Road to Shadow Cycle Road for next year if it still exists. Yeah, that's why I'm like it feels like it's got to be something big, or else like we already kind of know when the next DLCs are coming out. We already kind of know when the raid and the dungeon are coming out. We already can kind of guess when the Shadow and Order might actually even have. Yeah, we literally already have a date for Shadow and Order. So, like, we know when Renegades is coming out. We know when Shadow and Order is coming out. We know within, like, a 3-week period when Shattered Cycle and The Alchemist are coming out, if nothing major changes. We know approximately when the next dungeon's coming out, when the next Pantheon-style event is coming out. We know when almost everything meaningful for, like, the next year and presumably past that is coming out. There is literally no way. The roadmap, the fact that they're pushing it back, it is telling me, it is just screaming to me, there is something substantial on this roadmap, and they maybe are waiting for a hype moment or something to announce it, or it's truly like something big is changing. Like maybe they're moving away from the 2 a year or something. If it was just that we already know all this shit, right? Like
Grom, keep an eye on our flank.
I just don't know why. Yeah. They need to do a set of expansion theme reveals like back in the Beyond Light reveal stream. That'd be sick. Maybe the roadmap was the friends we made along the way. That is true. It could be that. They don't show a roadmap because it has a server shutdown date. That's not even... They would never do that. They're waiting for Tides to get to the building. They're going to ask him to make it real quick.
Stay focused.
Hey, happy first day in QA. We're gonna need you to build the future of this franchise. Yo, chill! Oh my, oh fuck, oh shit.
The Nine's patience is finite.
Oh man.
It's too quiet.
This is a fun event. Destiny 2, Festival of the Lost is better. I've determined. I haven't even seen what the rewards are like for this one, though, actually, to be fair. That might change my opinion. I have to do a lot of shifting gates as well. Oh, I think there might be a new rotation on... Oh my god, come on. On challenge mode today, which I need one more rotation for my title.
Seize the moments before it becomes dark.
Or what they're doing is another thing I can see is maybe the roadmap is like a big state of the game, like the Path to Frontiers thing.
Falling behind. Need to
That's a
move.
good thing to have, like on the last steps here. It could also be that maybe they're putting together a large number of articles that outline like a lot of feedback points and things that they're addressing. I could see that too. Yeah, it's just hard because, like, what the fuck? Like, I agree the state of the game is needed, but, like, what are they even gonna say? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Now this is gonna hurt.
Like, more than anything, what I would want... Like, everyone's, like, calling for Tyson Green I fuck that. I want I almost said Mark Noseworthy. Justin Truman's. I want to see what's going on with, you know. I want to hear some words of commitment. Something like that. To the franchise. Just something. She's pretty good, Boog. I don't really enjoy playing her as much as Estella. Estella just feels so good to play. But 5-paragraph apology. Apology for, like, that's not. I don't know. This kind of gets to the parasocial thing, like, a little bit. But they've made bad choices, but I don't know if it's like. I don't want to hear an I'm sorry. That's not what I'm here for. You know what I mean? They clearly know they made bad mistakes. I want to know what's next. I want to know what they're doing. I don't want to hear fucking, oh, we're sorry, we won't do it again. No, I want to see stuff. I want to see what's next. I don't really fucking care if they're sorry or not, as long as things get better. Plus, I would like, I don't know, like, also at the same time, like, I think it is important that Bungie takes swings. Like, even if a lot of this stuff was a swing and a miss, I think, like, at this point, I've been pretty open with my opinion about this. Like, swings are necessary in Destiny at this point. Not everything's gonna hit, but 10 years into a franchise, I would much rather a swing and a miss, and then more swings, than keeping everything exactly as it was, slowly decaying. Like, I really... Pre-Edge of Fate, not sustainable. They swung, they miss, definitely not sustainable. But it's like, eventually, we just need more. We need more creativity and risks and stuff. I don't know. So I don't really want to hear like, oh, we're sorry, because I don't want to hear we're just going back. Oh, you get a bunch of Mobius shit for this. What the fuck can I help you with, Missy? I think she got hot on my computer. In a way, improvements to the game would be the best apology anyways. Yeah, I agree. So what do I do here? I craft candy buckets? Oh shit, what? Wait, they're just raining bright dust and seasonal engrams on you? New problems are scary. I want my old problems back. That's a good line. The last time DMG mentioned the roadmap was on the 14th. What did he say? What were the exact words? And what he said was, thank you. Dude, Fateburger's on it. What he said was, apologies for the longer than anticipated delivery on the roadmap. Hoping to get it finished up and out ASAP. Lots of things in flight. Want to make sure our dates and promises align. I genuinely think the only thing that can pull Destiny back is Sony putting their weight behind it and hiring back up to where they were. Yeah. I think when you get to a point where you're like essentially in an endless resource spiral, it's hard to come out of that. I definitely agree. 2 million silver compensation in Destiny 8. I'm gonna be honest, I want the opposite. I just want content that's good. It doesn't have to innovate. I just want to enjoy the game. The problem with that, Forcer, is it just doesn't work. And like the clear example of that not working is the year of Final Shape, right? Like Final Shape was not only like more of the same, it was an elevated level of more of the same in terms of like episodes compared to seasons. The seasons that we got in the Year of Lightfall and the episodes that we got in the Year of Final Shape were all many steps above in terms of amount of content and quality, general quality of content, versus most seasons that came before those 2 years by like a very good degree. But it wasn't cutting it. We're still hitting new lows every season at this point, like pre-Edge of Fate, right? We're getting 2 2.5 seasonal activities a season, and there's stuff to farm, and we're getting more endgame content than we had ever gotten, and we're getting, you know, fucking just more unique I almost said destinations, that's not true, activities and shit than ever before, and it just wasn't hitting the same. You cannot keep it the same. It demands and requires innovation. What it really demands and requires, in my opinion, is the sort of a break, a time break, and sort of a mentality reset of the community. That's why I have now fully bought in. I've always been kind of like, yeah, I would like to see it, but I didn't really get it. But now I get it, like why a Destiny 3 is almost certainly required. It's all a perception thing, and it's all like a burnout thing, and it's just like at this point, the fact is, and I was having this conversation. One of the things that was so eye-opening to me was having a conversation similar to this when I was in Austin with Milo and CB and Sweat and Evan, and you know they just kind of kept like we kept coming back to like, you know, the thing that is so amazing about like early Destiny is like the content isn't really that good, but the kind of innovation jump from like nothing existing to Vault of Glass existing is so much, that is such a huge jump in terms of like uniqueness and innovation and experience compared to the jump even between Vault of Glass and Desert Perpetual or Salvation's Edge. Like, yes, those last two are way more complex, way more in-depth experiences, way longer experiences, etc., but they still go back to the core idea and fantasy of like what a raid is, and that means it's a smaller innovation gap. And because of that, it doesn't hit as hard. It's like the things that you need to experience are experiences that you didn't know could happen, right? Or big leaps from experiences. And the reality is like they can't do that anymore. It's the reason, it's why I think it's the reason I feel the way I do about strikes as well. Because it's like no matter what a fucking strike is, it's always just a strike, right? And I think that gets to the core of why I've like always held that belief that like I think strikes are hella overrated, and I don't think they have anywhere near the staying power that people think they do. It's why the reprise raids in Destiny 2 typically have reduced retention compared to new raids. Because like, yeah, King's Fall 2.0 is way better than King's Fall 1.0, but it's still King's Fall at the end of the day, so it hits less, right? So I don't know. Revenant's a top 3 worst season. No, that's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Revenant's not a good season, but calling it a top 3 worst season, just in terms of amount of content, quality of content, is fucking ridiculous. And that is exactly why you can't just keep having more of the same or slightly better. Because of that type of opinion right there. That is absolutely absurd from like every objective measurement that you can take. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's just crazy. I'm not going to sit here and say Revenant was fun or cool, but it brought a lot of things to do and a lot of things to grind for, and it brought more than most seasons that came in the first 3 years that we had seasons, including a lot of the Activision ones. It's just like we're numb to it because we play it over and over again, and we know kind of what to expect, and they deliver 10% more than what we think we should expect. It's just like, it's just insane. Yeah, and it has fucking Vesper's host. Yeah, that's a really good point too, Cole. I was just talking about seasonal stuff, but if you talk about just that period of time, it's just so much more, and it just doesn't hit the same. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Dude, I need one more bow ornament for the season, I think. Yeah, I need Strife Secrets. It's the last thing I need. So I better fucking pull it, is what I'm saying. Oh! And it's just like that, like going back to your last statement there, Forcer. I'm going to be honest, I want the opposite, talking about you don't want innovation. You want content that's good. It doesn't have to innovate. I just want to enjoy the game. The thing is, for Destiny, people's enjoyment is directly tied to innovation. Because the more times you get a Pantheon, or not a Pantheon knockoff, the more times you get a Menagerie knockoff, the more times you get a fucking Court of Oryx knockoff, the more times you get a XYZ knockoff, the worse it hits every single time. It's just, that is literally been repeated in Destiny 758 times. And it is, you don't just want good content, because there's good content all over the fucking game. And there's been more, we've been, maybe not this year, but prior to this year, we had been getting more good content at a faster rate than ever before in Destiny, and it has never hit the same. It never hits the same. That's just how it has worked for 12 years. So that gives me, what does that even give me? Do I just get an emblem for that? Oh, hell yeah. It's not cooler than my emblem, though. Sorry. But something about like only having one exotic per class per expansion, I think is not great. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I would love more exotics. I would love more subclasses. I would love all these things. But there's no world where getting 3 extra exotics a season makes the game better. You know what I mean? Like it is better, but it's not, that's not saving the game. That's not the difference between what it is now or even where it was in Heresy or Revenant, or in where it was back in Season of the Wish. Like the difference there is not 3 exotics, right? There are diminishing returns every time you do something in Destiny in terms of like similar activities. That's just how it goes. Just like first thing people, when Reclaim came out, people were like, oh, this is Nether, but worse. Oh, this is this activity, but worse. People always compare to what came before. And so if that first thing never existed, the new thing would seem fucking awesome. It would be great. But because it's coming after, it's standing on the shoulders of giants, and there's either no innovation or very little innovation compared to that thing, it hits less every time. Rights of the Nine is another great example. Rights of the Nine, at any point in Destiny history, prior to Into the Light, would be a fucking fantastic event. But it had the misfortune of coming after Pantheon, which means no one fucking enjoyed it. There's some good ass shit in Rights of the Nine. Weapons could have been better. They could have picked better dungeons, etc., etc., etc. Like, it had its problems. But the reason it was not received well is because it came after Pantheon. You talked about this before. Innovation will hit a wall eventually, and I just don't know a good solution. In my opinion, the only solution... 5-year break? 5-year break? Back to the drawing board. You know? So it's just like, I don't know, man. Sandbox was focused on armor 3.0 and Edge of Fate. They have more bandwidth. And weapons 3.0. Don't forget about that. They have more bandwidth for subclasses and exotics in future expansions. Keep in mind also, like, the guy who led on a lot of that stuff, Chris Proctor, left right around the time where a lot of this would have been taking off, right? So it's like, but I also, like, it's a sum of many parts thing, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, if we would have got a new subclass with Edge of Fate, people would have liked it better. Like, because I don't believe that at all. It would have helped for a little bit. But have you seen the new game Dispatch? No, I don't think so. I think Heretic felt more new compared to Revenant. I attribute a lot of that to the fact that they switched up the formula quite a bit in Heretic. And I definitely agree, right? Like, they had a story that no one really saw coming. They immediately kill Eris, like, right off the bat. The exotic mission, well, the Barodiad stuff, all of that rollout was structured differently than ever before. Fucking Nether is completely different than anything we have seen. or up to that point. Like everything they did was just done in a way that was unique, and I think that's why that season feels like it had more longevity. But once again, it still didn't hit as hard as something like Witch, which I think, you know, Witch in Heresy, well, I'd probably say Witch is better. That's so hard, man. I actually don't even know if I would say Witch is better. Heresy might be better than Season of the Witch. Season of Witch had Crota. Heresy had Sundered Doctrine. I think I prefer Sundered. Heresy had the better seasonal activities. Like, I really like Altars of Summoning. Really liked it, don't get me wrong. Really like Savathûn Spire, but I like the Nether's pretty much my favorite seasonal activity ever. The story was probably better in Season of the Witch. Did Season of the Witch have an exotic anything? Imbaru was, like, really fucking cool. Oh, Chestiny. That's true. That's true. Yo, Alduin, what's up? Witch had crafting? Yeah, but, like, I'm not about to be like, oh, the Witch was the best thing ever because the game broke. You know what I mean? I mean, I could be like that. I'm not gonna, though. Did we get a new modifier today? I think we did. Sorry, I always fucking forget. This is not Calamity Ops, right? This is challenge mode. No, Heresy is better. I hated that Witch's ending was split in the cutscene and lore tab. Oh, I forgot about that too. Yeah. I wish I could see what this was yesterday. I think it was Molten Overload yesterday. Oh, we can run one. Fuck him. Fuck him. Let's see. Oh, nice. I think it's just any art character. Right? It's so hard to find. Like, people just don't queue for these nowadays. Which is such a shame. Yeah, okay. So this should be fine. If I just clear once on this, we should be good. I was really hoping we were going to find a team for this, but it doesn't look like it. So it's so hard because it's just like I don't have I'm the same way. I'm the same. Yami said this as well. Like, they don't know what the solution is. Like, there are always diminishing returns on innovation. It's just always how it goes. It's why Fortnite isn't as popular as it was. It's still very popular, don't get me wrong. It's why nothing lasts forever. Like, there's always diminishing returns on innovation. Even if you keep pushing yourself and you keep going, you might hit a couple more high points, but it always ends up going. But and Revenant gave us Waitgate. Oh, dude. Don't even fucking bring me back there. I really don't want to do this strike. I would love to do. Let me see if people are people doing the Grandmaster? They need to do a server merge thing? Yeah, they do. When did they say they were going to do that? They just need to merge all of them at this point. When the community had collective psychosis, but it was justified. That was a wild time. I remember when I first started reading into that. Well, I think Wabi was the first person that brought it to my attention. And when Wabi told me, I literally spent like days. I think I might even go over this in the video where I bring it to the community. I like for days. I was like, Wabi, this doesn't make any sense. And then I would, he would present his case to me, and I'd go down the rabbit hole, and I went through like I'd go through like GG and look at the perks, and I would just, because that's, as a scientist, you just gotta like, my first instinct was like, this doesn't like instinctively make sense. I have to poke holes in it. And so I spent like the better part of a week trying to poke holes in it. I was like, no, this doesn't make any sense. And then eventually I was just convinced, and I was looking at all the data, and I was like, holy fuck, the game is broken. Aren't they announcing talking about big renegades in next week's TWID? They said that they're looking at changes in next week's TWID, I think. Well, I like the reclaim activity. I was disappointed that the Warmind buffs couldn't be stacked like in the Nether. Why not let players slay out ad density? Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Bro, this game is dead. Just let me launch, please. Thank God. Holy fuck. Watch now, this person's not gonna ready up. Alright, I just need an arc character clear.
You might have some suggestions for
Imagine Marathon has Wakegate as well.
the past.
Don't forget it, but learn to make peace with it.
I don't even know how that would happen. But it's just been, I was thinking the other day, I was talking to Victoria, and I was like, what if they, oh no, this guy disconnected. Are you kidding me? What if they like did right now? They shut down servers, and then it was like 4 or 4. No, they didn't shut down servers. They wouldn't do that. But it's like, hey, we're going mostly dark on Destiny 2. 4 or 5 years. And I was thinking, I started off that conversation being like, man, that's a long time. And then I started thinking about what happened 4 or 5 years ago and how not long ago that seems. And it's like, actually, that's really not that much time. Like, all things considered. Yeah, like fucking COVID. Well, over 5 years ago at this point. Yeah. They don't need that long to fix the game? No, not fix the game. Well, I'm like in the boat that you can do whatever the fuck you want to Destiny 2. You've capped. There is only so much you can get back there. I'm now fully in that boat. This is production on the Destiny 3 brain. I don't think this is a likely thing. I don't think this will happen. I don't think Bungie wants this to happen. Leadership, I don't think Sony wants this to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. But I think it's the more I think about it, the more I'm like, man, this might be my best case scenario. That hoodie, hey, what's up, Rez? But like, dude, like, literally, they could make Destiny 2 right now. They can launch it with Renegades. They can make it the best Destiny has literally ever been. They can add more content. They could add the highest fucking quality content ever. I literally don't think there's a chance they ever get close to Final Shape or Lightfall numbers again. Where'd you get that? This is from a company called Shibori Hoods. But like by every measurable statistic, I truly believe they could release the most best, highest quality, most polished content ever tomorrow. And they're never getting up there again. Like, people just have already made up their minds. They think they know what Destiny 2 is. And they kind of do know what Destiny 2 is at this point. You need a vibe reset. And that's just where I am. And the more I listen to people outside of the Destiny community talk about the game, the more I'm just convinced. Like, it's just, there's just a cap on the game, and it gets lower and lower and lower every time something happens. I've got mixed feelings about Renegades having such a strong Star Wars IP influence on it. Content looks promising in the Vidoc, just weird blurring the lines. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. Once again, I want them to just take swings at this point. That's like, that's the kind of stuff keeping me going. I need more unique experiences. I'm not here for like just more Destiny necessarily. I mean, I am, I'll play it, but that's not what gets me out of bed in the morning, you know what I mean? Marathon's a big swing, it is. And I think they showed many things when I played the game back in April, and then the alpha as well. That reinforced to me that they are taking some very ambitious swings, and I'm liking the direction of some of them. I don't like the direction of all of them, but I'm liking the direction of some of them, and that's nice. Gameplay wise, it's literally hell divers. Wait, what? Destiny 3 would be the same though. People just say it's the same as Destiny 2. I don't actually believe that. I think some people definitely would, but I think that break would help a lot. Oh, Renegades. Oh. But not necessarily. I think there are a pretty good number of games that end on a sour-ish note where the sequel does really well. The last 10 Borderlands games. Oh no. For instance. Do all right, then get incredibly fucking negative press, and then the next one has more hype than the previous one. It's happened like literally 4 times in a row. Every Borderlands game since Borderlands 2. Friends who liked Bungie games just bring up content sunsetting as why they won't come back to Destiny 2. I don't know if you can fix that for them. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter how much people would never play that content. It doesn't matter how much cool stuff is still in the game or has been added since then. People are just obsessed with it. It's the public zeitgeist around Destiny. Stuff like that, right? Like, that is, from the outside looking in, that is just the identity of Destiny to so many people now. And you don't solve that by building more Destiny 2. I do see that side. They saw an opportunity to do something really unique with Renegade, so I applaud them for that. That's why I go back and forth on the IP integrity stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm willing to hear them out. I'm willing to play it, of course. I'm excited in some regards. I'm not even like, I don't really like Star Wars that much. Like, I've seen some Star Wars stuff, but it's definitely not like I'm far from a Star Wars geek. But I'm excited to see what they do for it, man. Like, Destiny needs creativity. Ugh. So that's that title. Dude, I'm freaking cranking away at these titles, let me tell you. How bad are these guilds? Clear challenge mode, stage on Grandmaster 30 times. That's not bad. Clear at least one challenge stage on Grandmaster every week for 4 weeks in a row. But what about the fucking matchmaking? Clear challenge mode, stage on Grandmaster difficulty with at least 6 characters within. I can't even read this. I don't even know what the fuck that says. Spend stamina a total of 12 times within a single week. Clear on 8 different modifiers, once with each element. Oh my fucking god. Jesus, what a guild, dude. God damn. The new, yeah, I saw they dropped like an EP or something, right? Or they just announced one? You've seen Andor though, haven't you? I have not seen Andor. I was watching all the Star Wars shows. I watched the first 2 Mandalorians, and then I watched Boba Fett, and I was like, yeah, okay, fuck this. That was at the same time where Disney, Marvel had a bunch of TV shows coming out, and I was like, I can't take all of this. Like, I love the Marvel stuff. I'll watch all the Marvel stuff, but I can't take all, like, it was just too much. Just announced an EP, current EP tonight too. God damn, dude. How did the gunplay of Marathon compare to Destiny in previous playtests? In the alpha, I was pretty adamant that it felt very Destiny-y. I'm trying to remember exactly what I said at the time. Like, the movement was quite a bit slower in Marathon back when was the alpha, in May or something? The movement was quite a bit slower. The gunplay felt really good, of course. I mean, that's just the Tiger engine's bread and butter, right? Is like good feeling gunplay. I think the abilities felt really good as well. I just ran that master with you. It depends on the time of day. I usually have no issue finding grandmasters. Oh, good. I would say the gunplay felt like Destiny times COD. Really? What felt COD-y to you? Do you think maybe I can maybe see it like, I'm trying to remember because it's been a long time since the alpha, but like maybe the guns have more weight, like they feel heftier in Marathon. Is that what you're trying to say? The fish taste. Fucking God. Dude, what's happening to NA servers? It is 6 o'clock. Guns are quite floaty in Destiny. They felt heavier in the Marathon Alpha. Yeah, I can see that. I can agree with that. I feel like from what I remember of the audio design in Marathon and the Alpha as well, like everything felt beefier. Like I feel like they use a lot more bass in Marathon, especially on the guns and the abilities. Like everything just felt like it was just like, boom, like just fucking smacking stuff. Did they break something? This is not a good time for the servers? How is this not a good time for North American servers, right when everyone gets off of work? I don't know. I've never had trouble finding people at this time of the day. This is like almost exclusively when I play Destiny Rising. Same, Joe, same. They teased other playtests, so maybe we'll get more opportunity, or maybe you'll get more opportunities to play. I would love some marathon crossover guns in Destiny. They look sweet. We have 3: the mighty multi-tool, the Mida mini tool, the Mida multi-tool, the Mida macro tool. Also what's the shotgun from the 30th anniversary event? Is that from Marathon? Or is that might have actually been from Myth? Wastelander, yeah. MIDI? Yeah, sorry, I cannot believe I'm waiting this long for a fucking lobby. That's crazy, dude. Yo, where are the birds at? Nice. No, I want to play the old marathons on the lead up to the new marathon. That's the hope. I never got the hate in terms of gameplay for marathon. I thought it felt great, but I guess I'm crazy. My big feedback for them, like when I was there and after the alpha, was just that I think it just felt kind of slow. Like, and it's hard because it's actually so interesting because I thought it felt really slow. Especially like once you get the upgrades, it was fine. But like starting off, your characters feel like very heavy and like you're moving very slowly. But so many people actually thought the opposite and that the game was going too fast and that it felt more like a battle royale, which is so interesting because I just always wanted to be faster. That's why during the alpha, I was almost exclusively glitch because it was like movement character. So I just don't even know, man. This is crazy. Why are they not just filling this with bots? I thought they were supposed to at some point. Just maybe not this game mode because it doesn't have the bot thing here. Man. Yeah, I saw I remember they remade like all of them, Theo. Pretty cool. And with Bungie's like approval. All right, well, what do I have to work on here? What other seals am I waiting on? Challenge mode is fucked. Onslaught, I need 2 more onslaughts. Okay. Can we get 2 quick runs of Onslaught? I think we hit it out of the park. I think we get super lucky. We get competent fire teams right out of the gate. We first try 2 quick back-to-back runs. What do we think? I think they made a massive mistake the first time around letting people stream it and stuff because people didn't get access, were just bitter online. And while the game had problems, it wasn't nearly as bad as it portrayed. Yeah, in hindsight, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, if you want to, Patriot. If you queue, you should hit us, I think. It's really unfortunate because my hope was, oh, the reveal, like my thinking was around the time of the alpha was, oh, the reveal was pretty bad. It didn't really show that much gameplay or even like what the game was. So maybe if like, oh, okay, I had already played like pre-alpha, I had like 100 hours in the game between all the playtests I was involved in. And so I was already like in love with the game. And I was like, okay, yeah, things look kind of rough. There's definitely some, you know, stuff that like needs polishing or needs to be added or whatever. But the game feels amazing. And like you can see the vision. And so I was like, okay, reveal was bad. Like people are going to see gameplay and they're going to get it. And that just turned into people being like, this game doesn't look done. And it's like, well, yeah, because it's not done. They said that. This game doesn't look done. This game does look done. I like that game better. It's like, that's not, I don't know. I think I learned a lot about human psychology through that entire experience. The reveal was bad. Like, I don't think even Bungie's come out and been like they weren't happy with that. So, I'm on NA. I just got an ad for dog food. I don't have dogs. My FBI agent hates me. Maybe they want you to eat dog food. Salvo looks like an alpha. Yeah, I don't know. They need to go back to pre-recorded reveals. Dude, I'm Vidoc simp #1. There's a reason why DMG referenced me at the beginning of the Renegades thing, because every chance I get, publicly and privately, to tell Bungie to go back to Vidocs, I take it. I probably have messaged a billion people being like, what are you doing? Destiny needs Vidocs. And if you look at the numbers on the... Fuck, dude. Let me look. You just look at the numbers on the Destiny 2 YouTube channel. The Vidoc has a fucking billion views. 2.1 million views. Let's see what the other Edge of Fate reveal. 100,000. Edge of Fate gameplay trailer, 500,000. The recap of the live reveal stream, 9,000 views. 2 million on the Vidoc. People like their fucking Vidocs, dude. Bungie invented the formula of the best way to reveal a game. I don't know why they ever went away from it. With the success of the Renegades Vidoc, I hope it's here to stay. Dude, go back and watch the Destiny 1 gameplay reveal trailer. It had some undercooked UI stuff in it, too, understandably. People fucking cooked Destiny before it came out. Oh, no, Patriot. Oh, fuck. That's brutal. Thoughts on Mario and her kit? I did not get to play her in the previous playtest, or if I did, I don't remember it, so. All right. Do they fuck this up? Okay, the back. Oh my god. We're cracked? I still don't have the ghost shell. I run every week for it and I still don't have it. What on earth is that damage? What? Was mine bad? That's pretty good. All right, one more. So, did they lay off their marketing team? It used to always be insane. I mean, maybe part of it. I don't know. Like, they still make stuff. And, like, their trailer team is pretty big, it seems like. And they've been making really good trailers. I don't know. I don't know. Because it happened with both Marathon and Destiny simultaneously. So there was some sort of shift. There's some sort of like mental shift when it came to how they approach that stuff. And it went poorly, and I hope that means we're back on track. Remember the the role they just hired for, the what's her name? The woman who worked on Dragon Age and stuff, she just joined the Bungie team. Her role is like a marketing facing role. So there might be a possibility she was actually brought in to help address this. Yeah, global franchise manager, exactly. Definitely like IP management, how do we address the public type stuff.
Your ghost doesn't seem to talk much.
The Renegade's Vidoc is so much higher than usual too. Lightfall's Vidoc had 1.1 and the final shape had 500k each. Yep. It's because it fucking banged, dude.
It's not your fault. So please.
Like the live streams more as a casual thing, hearing from the devs rather than being good. They announced some big marketing thing. I think so. The direct feedback I've given publicly and once again privately to Bungie, like multiple times, like the dev on the couch thing, it's great. It is really good to humanize your your game devs and people love to hear from them, but it cannot be how stuff is revealed. It is really good after show or supplemental material to a Vidoc, and it works really well for like smaller things. Like I didn't mind it for like mid-episode reveals or like Ash and Iron, even like that's cool, like that sort of stuff. But it cannot be the main way. That's like, I cannot stress enough how much I feel it in my soul that the main, like the #1 issue with Marathon, and there were a bunch of with the reveal and that, how all that went down. There were a lot of issues, but I truly believe it. Like, if that reveal was better, we're in a completely different situation right now. And it's just like you live and you learn, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and like be angry. Like they took a swing. They really wanted to have that kind of more casual feedbacky approach. That's kind of how they're approaching the game too, right? Like, hey, some people play our game, let's have a conversation and then we'll fix it, we'll make it better, right? Like their reveal almost mirrors their approach to the game, right? And I think a lot of that speaks to it almost feels like Joe Ziegler personified. He's a very like chill, charismatic, social dude, just from my interactions with him. And it almost feels like that's how they're like, you know, treating. And I think that works to a point, but for the official reveal of your game when people aren't really sure what it is yet, I don't think that was the right approach. Witch Queen Vidoc has 1.2. Oh my god, dude, the fuck, I didn't realize that the Renegade's Vidoc has that much more. Vidoc to pop off, live stream couch time to connect and clarify. Exactly, because usually in the Vidocs they don't really go in that much depth. It's like a very surface level thing, with hints towards other stuff. And I just think like, and the devs on the couch thing, like it is really important, especially for a company like Bungie, to have that human element to their developers. But you can't bank on that. That's a supplemental thing, right? So I don't know, just my opinion. Yeah, that could be 2K, Phil. Although usually all the Vidocs are usually, or trailers and stuff are usually ads, and a lot of the trailers that I listed had like terrible views. By the way, everyone, Esteros has another family trip coming up. Wait, when? Oh my god. 2 groups back to back popped off. What the hell? Yo, Oryx, how you doing? One of his recent shorts. Oh no. Finally came back from a research trip in Japan. Welcome back, Junior. Take an exotic. Shit. Crosses away all next week. What the hell? Okay. Okay. So that's another guild I got there. Bam! Actually, I want this one equipped. My title collection is growing. I can finish out both Sparrow Racing and Shadow Shaper very easily. Probably try to finish those this weekend. Maybe I'll try Morgrins. I haven't done a lot of Morgrins, but maybe I'll finally get around to it. And then it's just like a bunch of long-term guilds and stuff. 100 strikes is gonna be brutal. I just need to like, once I'm done with all the other peripheral stuff, I'm just gonna like, during hockey games, I'm just gonna run the fucking easiest strikes over and over again. So we're getting there. All right. Well, unfortunately, this is gonna have to be a shorter stream because we have horror movie trivia tonight, which I'm pretty excited about. But I'll probably stream tomorrow. So I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll do a Destiny Rising stream or something. So yeah, Patriot. I think I'm 26 in the card game. Yeah, I think I'm 26. So, are you like a trivia pro or something? We're pretty good at it. So, all right, everybody. Yeah, probably stream tomorrow. I don't know. We're not really a ton going on, so we'll see. I've got some videos I want to make too, so we'll see. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the short stream, but I'll see you guys very soon, my friends. Have a good one.